Hey, what's up guys? Alex here with a new video, and today we're going to be talking about medium format and the Fuji GFX 100S. Specifically, is medium format worth it? Let's get started. For this video, I'm going to be comparing images shot with the Fuji GFX 100S and the GF 80mm 1.7 with the Canon EOS R6 at 20 megapixels shot with the RF 51.2L. With that being said, I'm gonna roll a set of images. Now, all the A images will be one camera, all the B images will be another. And I want you to guess and let me know in the comments below if you got it right. Before I show you the images, I gotta disclose two things. All the files were edited with my preset. All the files were also edited with a respective camera profile. So with the Canon files, I used the Canon Camera Faithful, and with the Fuji files, I use the Fuji Provia Standard. So if you know what to look for, it'll be a dead giveaway. The second thing, I cropped the R6 files to a 4:3 format. Why did I do that? The Fuji natively shoots at a 4:3 format, which is a taller, more square format. So in order to not be a dead giveaway, I matched the Canon's aspect ratio to match the Fuji, which means those 20 megapixels are actually even less on the images I'm about to show you. Cool, enough talking. Let me go ahead and roll the images. Okay, what did you think? If you guessed A is the Fuji, you are correct. Let me know in the comments below if you got it right or wrong. And this was a fun experiment because when I was looking at the images on my computer in Lightroom, it was so easy to tell which one was a Fuji. The detail, the depth, the colors, the images are just incredible. But when I exported these images and I uploaded them to Instagram, Facebook, and the web, that difference was gone. And it really made me realize, is medium format worth it? And to me, for my workflow, the answer is no. Let's talk about it. Let's not get crazy in the comments. So I said it and I'll say it again. When you're looking at the full resolution files, the Fuji medium format 100S blows the Canon out of the water. There's a depth to the files. There's just it's hard to explain a look to it, and it is just phenomenal. But you lose that when you export to a web size or anything like that. What was eye-opening for me is I did a product shoot for a company I work with often. They sell leather goods, and I did their photos with a Fuji. Again, I'm looking at these files, they're gorgeous. I deliver them. My client automatically updated their website. Their front cover now is one of these images shot with a Fuji. The product page, everything was updated with these photos. And when looking at the photos online, you lose some of that magic. And the reality is, if you're posting images on your website, on Shopify, on Squarespace, whatever that might be, you're shrinking those files down to under a megabyte in order to optimize for speed and for, a good web workflow, which means those 100 megapixels, all that detail and fidelity is lost. And for me, I've worked with pretty big clients before, and they've only used the images for web. I'll give you another example. I worked with a client in Austin. It's actually a huge tech company. I can't say their name, but did tons of photos for them. They used it for job postings on LinkedIn. They used them for several media announcements and news announcements for several websites. These images never saw a billboard. These images never saw a massive print. They were strictly used for the web. And guess what? They were all shrunken to under 1 megabyte. Now that's going to lead to two things. Is medium format worth it for you? You will know by your workflow. If your clients are only using these images for the web, or even wedding clients which will only print 8x10 albums, maybe even bigger prints once or twice, you don't need 100 megapixels and you don't need medium format. If your clients are asking for high resolution files, they're asking for 16-bit images, then you need medium format. But the reality is most of us don't need it. And for me, I had to go through this experience. I had to compare, I had to see the images on a website with a paying client to realize, as much as I love the files when I'm looking at them in high resolution, most of my clients will never see that, and most of my clients will never share that. And that was truly eye-opening. The last thing I will say is the comparison I did earlier was also not fair, because all those images were compressed to fit in this video, and they were compressed by YouTube again. So you were looking at compressed images, so you're not seeing all the amazing detail and everything that the file of this medium format puts out because of how it's being delivered. Some people will say they want to shoot medium format, they want to shoot with the Fuji because it gives them pleasure and they want to have the best image quality. If that's you, go for it. Absolutely. This camera is great. But if you think that this camera is going to give you that extra edge, if you think this camera is going to give you images that are going to look different, and if you think this camera is going to make you a better photographer, I'm going to tell you right now, the answer is no. And I'm making these videos because just like every photographer, we all have a thing called GAS, gear acquisition syndrome. And you always see this new toy, this new camera, and you think, that's gonna make me better. I need that, it's gonna give me better images. And when you compare it to what you currently have, in this case, my EOS R6 at 20 megapixels, you truly realize that you don't need the biggest and baddest, and you don't need 100 megapixels. And for photographers like myself, we have to put ourselves in these situations to find that out. But anyways, what are your thoughts? I'm not bashing any camera. Both cameras are absolutely great. They have their place in the market. I just wanted to kind of put this video together and show you all the differences. Just to be clear, I'm not bashing any camera. They're both absolutely great at what they do, and it's been a pleasure using both of them. And I just wanted to make this video for y'all to check out. But as always, let me know your thoughts below. What did you think of this comparison? What did you think of my thoughts? Let's have a discussion. If you don't want to drop a comment below, I'm also adding my Instagram. Feel free to add me. I love talking gear and nerding out on Instagram. So add me, send me a DM. Let's have a conversation. But as always, please like this video. Please subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys. Peace.